Hello parents, welcome to Autism Pilot. My name is Arusa and I am an autism mom to my amazing 6-year-old son who's diagnosed with level 3 autism. Today is an introductory video by Autism Pilot. I am going to tell you a little bit about myself and my family, how I learned about autism. So let's dive in. What is autism? What do we understand by autism? Autism is not a disease that children get affected with after they're born. Autism is not a mental disorder. Autism is a disorder of the neurodevelopment. That means the brain of the autistic individuals are impaired. The neuroconnections in the brain are not connected properly. Therefore, it does not allow the autistic individuals to process the information from the environment properly. Autistic individuals usually have challenging and difficult lives. So now, let me give you a little background about my family and myself. My son was 3 years and 4 months old when I married his father. And after marriage, I witnessed that my son was always out of control. He had no speech. He was quite aggressive in nature. He wasn't eating properly because for 3 years he was fed Oreo biscuits and formula milk and chocolates as well. That was very concerning and I wanted to get help for my son. I reached out to several doctors but could not get a proper diagnosis. That was because my husband was not ready to accept that his child had any problem. Neither did my in-laws. So they actually painted me the villain by saying that I was trying to prove that there was something wrong with my son. And I did not actually, let it get into my skin. So thankfully we moved to Canada, and after moving here I told my husband that he should refrain from giving chips, chocolates and other junk food to my son because it wasn't healthy for him and he needed to get off of this diet and get on a proper diet. My husband would always argue with me. He would always sneak in some chocolates, some chips every time and to my son and make him hyper. He wasn't getting any better. I took a serious stand in front of my husband and I told him that it was time for me to take charge and he shouldn't interfere. I got him a diagnosis as soon as possible. And after the official diagnosis came through, my husband did not want to believe that. I did not care what my husband thought or how he was going to behave with me. I wanted the best for my son. For that, I sought out for every help I could. I put him in a normal school. It wasn't working out for him. So I advocated really hard to put him in a special school. Then, my son had really problematic behaviors. He would elope, he would smear his feces, he would just try to hurt himself and hurt others. There were a lot of problem behaviors which were very difficult to even manage. And at that point in time, I told myself, no, this will get better. He will get better. He will have a good life. I will have a good life with him. This is not going to be the end of the world. This cannot be our future. I learned about autism. I did my research thoroughly. And I started applying the tips and tricks which I learned from several therapists from all over the world in my own way. And believe me, today, if I call my son and make him sit beside me, he'll just sit beside me and say hello to all of you. He does not jump erratically anymore. He's not stimming anymore. He does not walk on his tiptoes anymore. He's not smearing his feces anymore. He's not taking off his clothes in the middle of the road. He is potty trained, which was like a dream, a far-fetched dream. He's eating normally nowadays. He eats with me. I am a proud mom of my amazing 6-year-old son. There was no one to help me, not even my husband. But yes, thankfully, today I am witnessing a lot of positive behaviors. So parents, do not lose hope. If I can do it, you can do it too. My son gives me eye contacts. He wouldn't look me into the eye. When I used to talk to him before, he would just look here, there and everywhere, but not at me. But now he looks at me. He has started communicating as well. I had help from Urgent Response Service. I took their help twice. So in Autism Pilot, I am going to share what I have learned about autism, how I have helped my son to overcome his challenging behaviors in a very comfortable way, gradually with time, and you can enjoy your life with your son just how you imagined it would be. Maybe it might not be 100%. Your child will always have some impairment, some lacking, some difficulties. But at least we as parents can help them to learn the skills they should have to live somewhat independently. So yes, stay tuned. Follow me for more updates and information. Let's navigate autism together. Thank you.